You're listening to the Global Countdown, first broadcast on the briefing on the 15th of January.
The jingle is back. That means it is time for the Global Countdown, the first one of 2026, with our senior correspondent and musical curator, Fernando Augusto Pacheco, fresh off of a relaxing holiday. Happy New Year to you, Faye.
Happy New Year. We're both fresh from our holidays,
We're
right?
both
different
fresh.
holidays, but still.
Different holidays. I was on the ski slopes the last few days. You were, in the sunshine.
I'll tell you a secret, Chris. I would like to ski, but just for a photo shoot. I want to dress up very nicely, very sexy. A picture, and then I removed it, and then I'll start eating and having the après ski.
Okay, so a picture, say at the top of the slope without actually going down it. Is that what you're looking for?
I'm not going down.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
Okay, well, I hate to break it to you. That's not really the way skiing works.
Sorry, I'm joking.
but there were a lot of people, Instagramming and everything else on the slopes. I can tell you that. You're going to bring us something else, though, Fernando. You're going to go to your sunny, optimistic side, away from the ski slopes for today's Global Countdown.
That's how I like to start 2026. We're heading to Côte d'Ivoire, and we're looking at the top 5 songs this week in the country. And I have to say, the fact that it does bring the sunny optimism was one of the reasons why I chose the country.
Is this a general feeling? Is it kind of like January? Even Grace was talking about in Paris. We need distractions. It's January, it's cold, it's raining here in London. You're trying to bring us some sunshine.
Absolutely. And we're going to start in a very, very good way, because I think the song is beautiful. And for anyone after listening here on the briefing, I think you should also watch the video if you need some sunshine in your life. Her name is Roseline Layot, and the song is called Zoe.
What is winter really, Faye, when you have music like that?
We don't need winter. and I have to say, this song has been, for a few months there in the chart. So it's not even her latest single, but we have more to talk about. But Roseline doesn't come without controversies, Chris. Sorry to say.
Oh, do tell. What are the controversies?
She's very big in France as well, but one of her gigs had to be cancelled last year. Apparently, she said something homophobic, and it was quite a controversy. But there's always a but. She did apologize, and she's coming back with more gigs in France, and apparently it was quite a sincere apology. I don't know all the intricate details, but, for now, we're okay, Roseline.
She's weathering the storm.
Yes, definitely.
What do we have at number 4? Are we continuing with this sunny? Tell me more about quickly, like the Ivory Coast in general. Is this the kind of music you get there? Is it generally a sort of happy music culture?
You know what? It is, because, I think there is this kind of the traditional rhythms, this kind of Afrobeat, kind of very fast-paced. And you will see along the tracks that there is kind of a rhythm. Perhaps you don't have the traditional ballads here. I mean, I'm sure you have, but not at least in the top 5. And number 4, you see this clearly. I mean, no surprise that has been a mega hit on social media, not just in Côte d'Ivoire, but in other countries, even outside the African continent as well. I mean, it's very upbeat, this track. I mean, I think this one is for the nightclubs in Abidjan, Let's have a listen to Kejavara with Safamel, which It Hurts.
So can we bring this to nightclubs here in London in the dead of winter, just to bring a little bit of happiness down wherever you might be?
It's a must, and it's a song about defiance. I mean, the lyrics are fairly simple, and he says, yes, it hurts, but you will leave. I think that's a good message for 2026, right?
Does that sum up like the entire last year and this year? Yes, it hurts, but you will live.
Exactly. And guess who's back at number 3?
Okay, are we going back to the one who has passed over her controversies?
She passed over and she released a new song, and that's why it's number 3. But, Zoe is still going very strong at number 5. So it's Roseline Layo back with a song. I mean, I did mention about ballads. I mean, this song is called Ma Dernière Relation, which is my last relationship. Apparently, she's being burned in the last relationship, and she's a bit scared, going to a new one. She doesn't want to get burned again. Let's have a listen.
Don't we all?
Sois ma dernière relation, ma dernière relation. Sois ma dernière relation, ma dernière relation. Amour, sois ma dernière relation, ma dernière relation.
She's still quite upbeat, quite happy to me, Linda.
She's quite happy to celebrate her last relationship. Is that basically it?
And this is the year. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about Chinese horoscope, but it's the year of the horse. It's the year of new beginnings for whoever is listening. If you had a bad relationship, maybe, it's time to move on.
This is your own version of trying to bring in some look forward to 2026.
Exactly.
You can't really get hurt, or at least you'll still be alive.
Absolutely. We're being so philosophical. I'm loving this, Chris.
We're being very philosophical. We have to be at the start of this kind of year. What do we have at number 2, Faye?
And number 2, not an artist from Côte d'Ivoire. He's a French-Congolese rapper. So, I did say the songs are upbeat, but look at the name of this track by Chile. Rebanav, 126 BPM or beats per minute. And one thing I can tell you, this song is indeed 126 beats per minute. So you're going to feel the vibe with this song by Chile. Gosh, see, actually, this whole top 5 can be, it would be a very good playlist for the dance floor. Because sometimes we have very different top 5s. We have ballads, we have electro, everything's mixed, but there's kind of I don't know.
There's absolutely a dancey vibe to these. Is this one of the ways that you, Fernando, do you get through the winter with a bit of dance?
Absolutely. And, I just live through the winter thinking about summer. I don't even know how to layer, for me.
You've got to do something during the winter as well. You can't just think about summer.
I don't know what I do. Maybe I'll have some tips from you, Chris, actually.
Well, skiing is one thing to do it. I mean, that's my happy place. But anyway, I'll try and convince you of that later. What do we have at number 1? We're still going with summer and not winter.
Well, let's talk about sport for a bit. You're talking about skiing, but of course the Africa Cup of Nations is happening right now. The final, I think it's been confirmed, is going to be between Senegal and Morocco. But of course, Côte d'Ivoire was there, but they
Morocco,
lost.
The host nation as well. Yes, sadly for Côte d'Ivoire, didn't quite pull it off.
They did not pull it off. They lost against Egypt, but everyone has their own song for the Africa Cup of Nations. And I think this one kind of represented Côte d'Ivoire. It is by a duo. They are quite iconic. They've been in the industry since 96. I say duo, actually. Sometimes it's a duo, sometimes it's 4. There's been some changes in the lineup. And the song is a celebration, is a very good football song. And this duo or group, in their songs, they do talk a little bit about politics, about economics. So there is something, it's not just about dancing and forgetting about everything. This song is a celebration of Africa in general, the continent. It's by Yode and Siro with Queen Africa.
يبغي نشط يبغي نحيح يبغي نشط ورا زيد شويه نلعب شويه.
Football and music, that is certainly one way to distract from the winters of discontent.
And there's a nod as well to Morocco in the music there. There's a little bit of the Maghreb sounds there in this track.
So every country had its own song? That was
sometimes you have unofficial songs as well. I think there's only one for the continent, but I think every country, and sometimes choices can be very random, but this is a brand new track from the group from Côte d'Ivoire.
And the fact that it's number 1 just shows the pull of football and tracks related to the African Cup of Nations.
Absolutely.